Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Michigan's offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
To the air, it's Orji. Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So Texas's offense has the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. He'll keep it himself. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They'll throw it on first down. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll run it from the gun. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. The sure hands. It's Edwards. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Orji. He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Gonna run it. It's Edwards. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this is how I want to operate. Nice job. He catches the football, makes a decision, gets the ball out of his hands, and let his playmaker work. Get the ball to the wide receiver out wide. He'll do the rest. He'll get the touchdown. Nice job being on the same page, quarterback, wide receiver.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Unloads to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I think that's an easy decision for the QB, too. It's 3rd and long. You're in field goal range. You've got an opportunity at 3 points. That play designed to try and get the first, but it's not there. Give the defense credit. Throw it away. Let's get the kicker out on the field.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Hands it off. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line. 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
He'll pull it on the read. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
And on 2nd down for this offense. He'll do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, and he took off and went and got it. The quarterback made the read quickly. You could tell he wanted to take off with the football. And how dangerous is he that he just started chewing up yards and running away from the defense. Nice run by the quarterback.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to run for it. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
And most importantly, they got the 1st. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but You needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock. So good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He unleashes a long one. He's got it inside the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal coming up. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Gonna run it. It's Edwards. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Going to the running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Tackle is made at the 46-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Coming after him. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Wide out in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Tripped up for the tackle. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds a tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
To the ground with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
He's marked down at the 22. 3rd down coming.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Loveland. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Looking for room. It's Edwards. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Snagged in the middle. It's held. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got.
Snagged it up for 30 and still running. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This secondary has a lot of speed in the back end. That time, he flew over to the football, was able to pop it up in the air for an incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to pass, it's Orji. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
Texas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for a crease. It's Blue. Turns it on in midfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. They'll run the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Wants to throw. It's Orji. It's complete to the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
The give to the back. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Edwards. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Gain of 4. Brings up second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Morgan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Motion from the offense. Fly sweep coming. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Makes his connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go right back to the run. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking left. Makes the catch. He's got enough. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it to the right side. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Edwards. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Here comes the Texas offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Wide receiver shows motion. On third down, going up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the day.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Ewers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. Makes the grab down the left side. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Got it in the middle. It's Loveland. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. At midfield, he's got room. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's going to pass. Caught near the sideline. It's Moore.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
To the air, it's Orji. Trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. He'll keep it himself. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. 1st down for this offense. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote.